Hi guys, it's Kristen. Sitting in my own personal studio, which is pretty awesome. And I thought that I would take a moment to make my why I became a coach video. So, my husband and I have been together since I'm 19 years old, and I am no longer 19 years old. It's been a very long time. And I moved in with him and his family shortly after we started dating. And when we got married, I said, there is no way I'm moving back into the house with your parents after we're a married couple. And we got married in 2012, and we moved back in with his parents. And then we got pregnant, and I was like, there's no way that I'm living in this house with your parents when we have our own child. And we had our baby, and we were still living with his parents. And then I said, there's no way that we're still going to be living with your parents by the time that Aubrey turns 1. And Aubrey will be 2 in April, and we're still living with my in-laws. So a big part of my why is we need our own place. It's not fair to our daughter that she doesn't have her own room. It's not fair to us as a married couple that we don't have our own space to call our own. So a big part of why I started coaching was for the income. I saw what Rachel was doing with her life, and I knew that that's what I wanted for my family. So I also knew, since I went back to work after my maternity leave was over, that I couldn't work the 40 hours a week and be away from my daughter. It's just not something that I could do. I've worked for Starbucks for almost 10 years. And after my maternity leave, I went back, and I was still nursing, so I would have to get up at 3 in the morning to shower, to pump, to, I guess, make sure that Aubrey didn't wake up. And if she did, I would nurse her back to sleep. And then I would get to work by 5 a.m. And by that point, I was pretty exhausted because I'd already been up and starting my day. And then I would come home, and my husband would be kind of cranky because Aubrey was still young, and she really just wanted to be with her mama all the time. And then my poor husband, after having to deal with a cranky infant, would have to then go off to work himself, and it just wasn't a good situation for us. So fortunately, we made the decision that I would leave that job after, like I said, almost 10 years. It just wasn't working for our family anymore, and I became a stay-at-home mom. And the problem with being a stay-at-home mom is you just don't make any money staying at home raising a toddler or an infant at the time. So I needed something to do. I went back to waitressing part-time. That was a little easier because I could do that at night, and I didn't want to be away from my family regardless of what the time was. So coaching for me was a simple solution that would allow me to be home and also provide a source of income for my family. Another huge thing was I just had a baby, and my body was not where I wanted it to be. And I had, persuaded my mom to purchase a 21-day fix because I couldn't afford to purchase it on my own. And we had started it and done, maybe a week of it, and I just couldn't stick with it. So another big part of becoming a coach was the accountability, the sense of being part of a team, part of having my story put out there for the world to see, that potentially people could be watching me, and I didn't want to let anyone down. So becoming a coach also has helped me stay on track with my workouts and eating better, and it's just amazing what it has done for my life. I'm still working on the financial part of it. That's why I'm trying to reach that diamond goal. But there are so many other payoffs besides just the money that my husband and I can continue to be patient and wait for that day when everything just all clicks and the money starts rolling in. Another big thing that has happened to me since becoming a coach that I probably never would have thought of happening is I'm actually now a PiYo instructor, and I've started teaching in 3 gyms. It's pretty awesome that I now have the confidence to get up in front of a group of 20 or 30 people and teach a class. This is me, someone who, now it's probably gonna happen, but my cheeks turn red just speaking in public. So I guess it's better that it's okay to have red cheeks when you're sweaty and exercising. People don't notice that I'm so nervous, but the confidence that I have gained is just an added bonus from becoming a coach. So my why is definitely my family and our financial situation and wanting to provide the best future for my daughter, being the best example for her, showing that even though we started out with really nothing, that if you work hard and you believe in yourself, that you can accomplish anything. And I think besides giving her her own house and her own room and hopefully one day her own puppy, instilling that value in her is probably the most important thing that I will ever do as a parent. So those are my whys for being a coach. So thanks for listening.